Scared Straight. You know, that there was a TV show back in the 80s. It was called Scared Straight, where they would take kids that were heading down the wrong path and take them to prisons and have the prisoners talk to them.
And they be in their face like this.
Yes, they did.
I'd be like, bruh, god dang.
Yeah, well, that's it. It was supposed to scare them, like, this is not the life you want.
Have you ever seen the comedy sketch from Lorder Game with Tyler the Creator? He was like, I've been in this thing, and he's like, and the kids are like there, and then he walked out and he was like, and they're like, what are you doing here? Your job was supposed to be done 5 minutes ago. He was like, wait, he was the janitor? That was the greatest one. I apologize, go ahead.
Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, Smokey, what you seen, and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think, and I'll tell you what I thought. And we can talk about it all when we here on Trash Talk. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Trash Talkers podcast.
We made it.
We made it, Smokey.
Yeah, we did.
What's up?
Oh, man. Crazy week. You know what I did this week?
What'd you do?
I went back and watched the 1985 MTV Video Music Awards. It was the second annual Video Music Awards, and you can find that on YouTube now. Very interesting. It was like a time capsule in music. It was crazy. It was hosted by Eddie Murphy.
Oh, was he wearing all red like the Delirious?
No, he was wearing like a Cosby sweater.
A Cosby sweater. What was
like a cardigan or something?
What made you want to go back and check that out?
It just popped up in my feed, so I was like, let me check this out. Now that I had a few minutes to spare.
What'd you say, 1985?
85.
That's like Bon Jovi's got like a hit song out.
Yeah, they had just started. I guess it was around the time that rap started finally coming on to MTV. So
was Run DMC there?
Run DMC was the only hip hop performer, I believe.
Was Aerosmith out there with him?
No, it wasn't that. What did they do? I can't remember what song. Oh no, they did their own song. They just made up something for
MTV?
for the awards. Yeah,
that's cool. Huh? What did I do interesting this week? I got a haircut.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
Got a haircut. So
yeah.
About it. But no, here at the Trash Talkers podcast, what we do is we read the top 3 comments from last podcast, and later on in the show, we read your birthdays on Florida. What the Florida.
Yeah.
So leave your birthdays down in the comments, and we will read what happened crazy on your birthday in Florida later on down in the comment section. Now, reading the number 3 most liked comment from last podcast, which was Prince versus Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one. Okay, so we got so shout out to WTGLD. WTGLB, sorry, 15 seconds in and I'm dying laughing. Both talented artists, but I have to say Prince is head and shoulders above Jackson. I don't think Jackson would have been nearly as successful without Quincy Jones.
Oh, well, that's a good point.
Yeah, and
go ahead. I was gonna say they did seem to be going back and forth. You had the Michael Jackson fans and the Prince fans in the comments.
That's a fact. WTGLB did have one response to this, and it's from Patricia Cloik 71, and Patricia says you are completely wrong.
Right. There you go.
So the number 2 most liked comment from that podcast is from S. Pero. S. Pero says Prince was a musical genius who could and often did record every aspect of a song by himself before hiring others to perform it with him. Michael could sing and dance and go woohoo a lot.
Good though.
Yeah. Shout out S. Pero. He got 2 replies to this, and one is from Reef Breaker 9350 that says Michael Jackson was also a producer and composer. In case you didn't know, Prince didn't break any barriers. Michael Jackson did. And then he had another response to his comment from JJ Jones 8609. He said, "I am sorry. What genre of music did MJ discover? Answer: none. Prince is the creator of the Minneapolis sound."
Wow.
Yeah.
See, they were going at it in the comments.
Yes, they were. Shout out to the Trash Talkers.
Absolutely.
And the number 1 most liked comment has 23 likes on it. It's from Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die?
I'm sorry, Live and Let Die, 7187. Thank you, Smoke. He says, Live and Let Die says, Prince was 100% better than Michael Jackson. So,
simple and to the point.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, again, you leave your comment down, and the top 3 that has the most likes will get read on the next podcast. And again, don't forget to leave your birthdays, so later on in the episode, we can talk about what happened crazy on your birthday.
Yeah.
Just the day and the year. That's
Yes.
all we need.
Or
I'm sorry, the day and the month.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
day and the month. Yeah. But no, Smoke, I wanted to talk about something, bro.
Yeah, what you got?
So, like, we do a lot of music here.
Yeah.
We've made music, or we make music. You know, we listen to music. We help others with their music. And I got on to started thinking, like, dude, where would we be? Where would we be if we never discovered music? And not only that, but do you think it was just inevitable that we, like, it was
attracted to
yeah,
music?
it's just
Yeah.
it's just
in us.
right.
Yeah, I think so. I think most musicians have that affliction, gift and a curse in many cases. Yeah, I don't know, but what would I be doing today is the question.
If okay, so let's making rap music and reaction. That's our hobby, right? So what other than RC cars?
Yeah.
Other than football,
Yeah.
what would be your hobby if you had to take a guess?
What would be other than RC cars and football?
Why'd you be crocheting?
Let's see. Has there ever been anything that I mean, maybe collecting stuff, but
Collecting?
Yeah, I'm not
Like a hoarder?
No, well, like collecting cards or something. I mean, but that kind of goes along with, sports. Collecting sports cards or Garbage Pail Kids. I do have a collection of Garbage Pail Kids.
Damn.
Yeah.
You should look up some of those. I bet some of those are worth some money. I bet.
Some of them are. I do have some of the original, like 1985s or whatever. But
yeah, I wasn't even born
yeah,
yet.
they go back. I want to say it was around 84, 85 was the first edition.
It's crazy when you think about it, bro, because I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, damn, I can't wait till Tuesday morning so we can do this podcast. And, I'm like, what would I be doing if I didn't enjoy engineering, rapping, producing, making beats, and listening to music? What would I be doing?
And making videos about music.
Yes, exactly.
You know what? Well, before we decided to focus specifically on music with this channel, we did a lot of esoteric topics in our podcast.
UFOs, how the pyramids were built.
We would probably
time travel.
Yeah, we would probably be doing YouTube also.
Yeah,
even if it wasn't based on music.
But I feel like, even like, because if y'all notice, damn, call me out if I'm tripping here. But at the beginning of the Trash Talk podcast, we got the blast off. I can talk my. Were we doing that before we did Rappers React? Did we use that? Did we use that intro clip?
Yeah, we made it for our original podcast. Yes.
We still were tying our music into it.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say it wasn't, but maybe the third episode we decided to make one about our favorite rappers and producers and whatnot. So, and we even did a reaction. I forgot about this too. We did a reaction to a XX Tentacion song.
XX Tentacion.
Early on.
I remember that.
Yeah, but of course that's music, and outside of music, I suppose we would just be talking about more esoteric things.
Well, going on, yes, I think me and you would. Again, there has to be an alternate universe where you're Hollywood and I'm Smokey, and our lives are literally changed.
Yeah.
But if I didn't, my other hobby, bro, honestly, like to the trash talkers out there, here's something that I don't think I've ever put on camera, but I used to swim for the city of Atlanta, and I love swimming. So I'd probably be like swimming, which I feel like I should be doing now.
Well, think about this. Did music take you away from that?
In a way, I'd say yes.
Yeah, because I don't know what career I would have had, but music kept me away from a career.
Well, listen, I've had my good times and I've had my bad times, but I will say in my good times and my bad times, music has always been there.
Oh, of course, yeah.
If I'm having a breakup, go to music. If I'm feeling on top of the world, I'm going to go to music. Yeah. If I'm studying, go into music.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, and dude, I can't remember the name of people who have the fear of music or just
Yeah,
don't
or-
like that.
Yeah, it activates some kind of misophonia that it just irritates them to hear music.
I feel bad for
Crazy
those
affliction,
people, man.
yeah. I do too.
Like, I feel bad. If you don't know what they run when the hit that the team goes bang,
Skid it up,
bang. If you don't know that, man, come on, man. Like,
Well, but those people, they don't see the joy in music, so is it really a bad lifestyle for them? Because
No.
they have this aversion to it.
what do you mean?
They don't like it, so I mean, they see their lives as normal without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, could you see your life normal without music? Let's say music never existed. I just can't see the world being where we are if music did not exist.
Man, it's crazy to think about. It's almost too hard to fathom.
Right.
Like how the world would be changed, because it's like a butterfly effect. If there was no music, the world would look completely different than it does right now. I mean, I couldn't even fathom right offhand what it would look like.
I mean, think about just like some of the best, like, let's take Starry Night from Van Gogh. You know, a beautiful painting, you know?
Yeah.
I guarantee you he was probably jamming Beethoven's Sixth Symphony or something.
You
I
think?
guarantee you he was, dude, or whatever was
Well, I mean, they would have to hear it live back then. Think
yeah,
about
'cause
it.
wasn't
Before
recorded.
recorded music, they had to actually go hear music live. They couldn't just play it at bedtime before they fall asleep.
Yeah.
Man, think about it before entertainment
But,
at
bro,
all.
you
Like,
could
I mean,
go
there wasn't entertainment, but
Go further back.
yeah.
Just with your tribe of people just sitting around that y'all just hunted
Yeah.
down a deer and now everyone's, we about to have
You
a
just
feast.
gather around the fireplace or the fire pit, and somebody's just banging on the drum.
Then I come in. Come on, keep going. Damn, what is that? Then you got Richard over there. Wait a minute, I got some damn rocks
Some
around
bones. Yeah, exactly.
here. It's like it to me, and in a way, I can say music kind of saved, if not even, maybe not. God, using the word saved might be a little too much, but I will say music has definitely changed our
It's
lives.
almost cliche to say music saved your life these days, because everybody has that sort of situation where they're like, yeah, music saved me from this or that. It
Sheesh.
happens to everybody.
So, can you honestly say that at some point in your life, music saved your life?
I mean, it's hard to pick out a specific situation where I think, okay, if I didn't have a certain song or whatever, that I would have been a completely different person and I would have been dead from something. It's really hard to pick out that point in life, you know, but there are times where, you know, you're feeling depressed and, you know, and some people get the S word. you know,
and music can generate
can save you from that.
but it also can generate those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Like screwed and shot music, if y'all don't know what it is, it's associated with the type of substance, and it was a substance that I loved at the time. So it's like whenever I hear that music, and here's how I know in a way it kind of saved my life, because it's a yin and yang thing. When I would listen to the screwed and shot music and enjoy the substance, it's like, oh, this is amazing. But then now that I'm not into the substance, but it's like, oh, the song is hard. Is there a screwed and chopped version? And I still enjoy it, and it's because it's not something that's gonna mess my insides up. It's not something that's gonna have me withdrawn, but it still gives me the reoccurring, like, bro, you can still enjoy this.
The dopamine rush.
Yes, you can enjoy it.
It reminds
without
you
it.
of the experiences that you had.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's hard to pick out a specific time. I mean, can you pick out a time where you're like, okay, if that song wasn't there, I'd be dead now? I know it happens to a lot of people. I'm just saying, in my case, it's hard to pick out that specific moment, you know?
Wow, bro. I mean,
It probably has saved us more than we could think.
Yeah,
you
bro.
know? But you don't really realize it when it's happening.
Exactly. And my memory is absolute garbage. But I promise you, there's been songs where it's like, I just can't take it. And then you hear the song, and this is how I know we are meant to do what we are doing right now. Because there have been times where, like, I was there when you'd mentioned the S word, unaliving yourself. I was there, and it's like, this is the song that's making me want to do it. It's so depressive.
Oh, there are songs that will.
But
Yeah,
but what's
if you're-
crazy is like when I would get to those very down, those S-word moments, I'm listening to the song that brought me to it, and then I'm like, but what if they're thinking it? What if they're saying it in a different way? Or what if they mean it in a different way? Which is why what we do here when we analyze our music, we analyze the music that the Trash Talkers send us, and it's like, what if they mean it a different way? So I think I can point out a time where it's like, you know, this person's always like Elliott Smith. I don't know if y'all know who Elliott Smith is, but he talked about, he knew he was going to go. You can say he killed himself. Y'all can say his girlfriend did it, whatever. If you look into the story, look into the story. But I was an Elliott Smith fan. But as I listened to it, when I was at my lows and when times where I was about to say F it, it actually brought me up, if that makes any sense. Like,
Yeah.
bro, one of the dopest lines, like, I've got his lyrics right here. And it literally says, I can't prepare for death any more than I've already have. Think about that. Now, one could take that as, I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Or one could take it as like, if it comes, I'm prepared.
Yeah.
It could be, and also, I want to bring one more thing. He has another line where he says, I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. I better stop now before I start crying. Just think about that.
Yeah.
I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. I better stop now before I start crying. Because you could either take it, man, I've been miserable for so long and now I'm starting to laugh and I haven't laughed this long. I'm going to start crying. Like, why haven't I laughed? Or you could look at it from the opposite and say, I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. I'm finna bawl my eyes out from laughing.
Yeah.
And it's like a yin and yang thing, maybe.
My mom had this weird, she was a bipolar. So she had this thing where she would get
She's still
yeah,
here.
she still is, but yeah. But I guess it's probably better these days than it was back then. But she would have this thing where she would get so caught up on some weird joke or something to where she would laugh and just laugh and laugh until she started crying. It's like this mental illness, you know, that
was she crying out of because she's laughing so hard?
I think it's the dopamine thing where she's laughing because she had this dopamine rush, this serotonin rush, and then it would deplete at some point, and that's the mental illness of it. She would run out, and then all of a sudden it's depressing instead of joyful.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah. I mean, off topic, but
no. It's definitely we're right on topic, dude. It just shows you that you can have music is how you listen to it. It's how you, again, you've said it. Art, music is subjective. It's just how you depict it, how you take it. You know what I mean? Like they say, you know, drugs affect everyone differently. I'd say the same thing about music.
Absolutely.
So now I ask you, is music a drug?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and it always has been. I mean, if you go back to the primal days, you know, people like chanting around a fire, like they got an illicit response from that. They got some kind of dopamine, some kind of serotonin rush from the music. Yeah, and that's what they did it for. They used it for celebration. They used it for mourning. You know.
So you did the yin and yang thing. You did it for celebration, happy, and mourning, sad. That's what I think.
Why people play music at funerals, you know.
Like, go ahead. You're about to say something. I know. He about to hit us with some fire here. Watch. He finna hit us with some fire. Go.
No, I was thinking about. You were talking about. Sometimes, music affects people differently, right? And sometimes it can actually pull you out of a depression because you hear a song that is depressing, right? But what about the other case where people blame like Columbine and things like that on
and they
music?
blame it on Maryland and the heroin, but where were the parents at? Keep going. I want to hear what
do you think that is true? Like, can music actually elicit someone to do a heinous crime that they weren't going to do? And you can think about that with hip-hop these days, or really hip-hop since the 80s.
Okay, well, let me counteract your question. Can movies do that to you?
Well, that's the question. That's the question.
So you would say
No, I don't. I think it's everybody's brain chemistry is different.
And music is a drug, and it affects everyone's different.
Yeah, people have that in them. They have that drive in them, and certain movies or music could unlock that in certain people, but they have to have it in them already. Right. Like, there's not gonna be like say there's a song about death, you know, horrorcore or you know, anything gangster rap. You know, if you don't have that in you already, it's not going to turn just this nice, normal person into a killer or anything.
Well, you mentioned like Chicago drill rap. If you y'all just Google, I'm not gonna sit here and explain it, but Chicago drill rap, New York drill rap, West Coast drill rap, Southern drill rap. Drill rap is glorifying, you know, finding your ops and running down on them and eliminating your ops.
It's an offshoot of gangster rap that's been around for decades now.
And a lot of these kids growing up are, you know, they're entranced by the glorification of smoking on Pookie Pad. Smoking, bro, there's a song, making my way downtown, walking around.
Yeah.
They literally took a happy girl on a piano just walking down the street and made it to Who I Smoke.
What was it? Tukey?
Don't say Tuka. Just stop. All right, stop.
No, it was
But yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember that.
But they took a happy-go-lucky song.
It was about Julio.
Julio.
Yeah.
I don't want to say names though.
Yeah. But I mean, they can find the song. It's easy.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is there's a generation, and it's this. Was our generation like that? Like, were we? Because you know what though, it kind of was. Like when NWA, remember they were driving over.
It's been around for really, man.
Bro,
can we say that the late '80s was the advent of all that? Is that where it all started?
No, I'm gonna go Satanic Panic days.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna go Satanic Panic days.
Well, even Johnny Cash in the '60s talking about murdering people and whatnot.
Yeah,
that might have been really the 50s into the 60s might have been.
But like, I look at it like this: like, you have listened to so many songs. You are. I know you're a fan of horrorcore, right?
Yeah.
I know you're a fan of like the mind and how serial killers stink and stuff like that, right? I know you like. We used to make horrorcore rap, right? Have you ever once wanted to go out and shove a gag in someone's throat and chop their? Have you ever wanted to do that? No. I was right there with you. Yeah. I've never wanted to do that. I've been enraged.
I mean, there's been times where you get mad at someone and you have those intrusive thoughts.
Especially when you're young.
But sometimes the music actually soothes that. It actually prevents you from doing that.
Wow, that's a good point. It's like listening to 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, it's like you get it out. It's like almost like talk therapy. If you get it out, it can actually prevent you from doing it.
Yeah.
But then there's also those cases where the media and maybe even the government in some cases actually blamed the heinous crimes on the music they were listening to.
Then we'd have to open up the wormhole in the can of the media.
Yeah.
Why is the media showing this? Like,
I think really, you know, the whole debate over the explicit lyrics and stuff like that. I think they legitimately thought in their heads that this music could alter the way the kids think.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know that there was a lot of science behind it.
It's kind of an MK Ultra thing if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I thought. It's going to hypnotize the kids. Hypnotize
minds. Exactly. I mean, we were two of those. Hypnotize minds.
Their record label played off of that. It was like the Satanic Panic in hip hop. You know, they played off of that the same way the metal bands did in the 70s and into the 80s. Yeah. The hip hop of the early 90s played off of that, and you know, we can sell records by selling this illicit stuff in our music.
Because it's taboo. It's not the norm.
Yes.
You're used to waking up every day and your mom cooking your breakfast and you're putting on your backpack and you're getting on your school bus and you're sitting next to old Timothy and you're going to math class and then you go to lunch and then you get on the school bus again and you and Timothy are playing Pokemon, trading Pokemon on. He's got Pokemon Red, he's got Pokemon Blue. He caught a Bulbasaur, you caught a Charmander, y'all traded it. Cool, you come home, eat dinner, wake up, wash, rinse, repeat. Just throw in a little bit of 3-6 Mafia in there. Yeah. Eventually, it's gonna be like, wait a minute, this is not part of the norm.
You want you seeing the good side of life, right? If that's the life you're living, want to see the bad side of life.
666 Mafia.
And sometimes, like when I defend gangster rap and even the metal of those days, you know, it's
why do you have to defend it though?
Oh, well, that's the reason, because there are people out there who believe that the music is actually altering the way the kids think. But the thing is, the way I defend it is by saying this actually shows you the bad side of life. This music is not there to tell you to do this. The music is showing you the bad side of life so that hopefully you don't get into it. You know, people have lived these experiences, so and they're going to tell you about it so that you don't do it. If you see the bad things, it's like Scared Straight. You know, that there was a TV show back in the 80s. It was called Scared Straight, where they would take kids that were heading down the wrong path and take them to prisons and have the prisoners talk to them.
And they'd be in their face like this.
Yes, they did.
I'd be like, bruh, god dang.
Yeah, well, that's it. It was supposed to scare them, like, this is not the life you want.
Have you ever seen the comedy sketch from Lorder Game with Tyler the Creator? He was like, I've been in this thing, and he's like, and the kids are like there, and then he walked out and he was like, and they're like, what are you doing here? Your job was supposed to be done 5 minutes ago. He was like, wait, he was the janitor? That was the greatest one. I apologize, go ahead.
No, but that's the thing, is that's how I defend it, is by saying, like, look, these people are sharing their experiences, not necessarily to glorify it, although there's maybe some people who are nefarious enough to actually glorify it, and that's just what they want to do.
Right.
But for the most part, it's there for people to experience it through the music rather than experience it in real life.
In real life, right.
Yeah.
It's like, and that could be said with, like, Grand Theft Auto. Like, you may want to experience what it feels like to take someone's car and go rob a bank.
Without doing it in real life. Yeah.
But then that goes back to the question: do you blame the people who actually play those video games and then go out and do it? Again, I think you're right. I just think it takes it has to be in you.
That makes me think of something. You know what Ted Bundy actually said in an interview from prison? He said that I don't know that he actually realized the science behind it, but he said that it was violent pornography that was causing serial killers. It was and even they didn't even have it nearly as bad as it would be in later decades back then. But it was mostly printed material back then.
What are you talking about? Like hardcore or like gore porn?
Yeah, deeper stuff like that. You know, I don't know what exactly the material he was reading was, but he just said that violent porn, because he was a really smart guy, like borderline genius.
Wasn't he gay?
Huh?
Wasn't he gay?
No, you're thinking about Dahmer or somebody.
See, he loves the stuff. Go ahead.
But he said that he don't think that he would have chose that path in life if it wasn't for hardcore porn and violent porn, even, you know, like that depicts, you know,
we get it,
tying up and whatnot, you know,
bondage, BDSM.
Yeah.
But again,
science would tell you that you have to have that in you first,
right? I would say
before it can be unlocked.
Agreed. I think he just had it in him because you know, I enjoy a BDSM video every now and then, but it's not like I'm out here freaking tying up chicks and
I would hope not.
Heck, man, you know me better than anybody, dude. Come on. I mean, but I don't have that in me. I don't have it in me, and I'm not gonna bring my personal life into this, but what I'm saying is he took that to another level, and to participants who were willingly being there with him, but wasn't willing to go, hey, sure, let's do that. He's like, well, I want to.
After a while, they weren't participating.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was in him to say, I don't care if you're not into it. Versus someone who does enjoy watching BDSM porn, which is fine, and as long as you have a willing participant to, you know, do that with you. And of course you got safe words, but his safe word was like, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have that in me. I'm the like, I don't know.
So that comes back to some people thinking, you know, especially when the whole explicit lyrics issue came up in Congress and whatnot, some people think that it can just influence a otherwise normal person to do something that they wouldn't do in normal life.
But why is it music? Why don't they say?
I mean, I don't think it's specific music. If the person has it in them to do that and it just needs to be unlocked, it doesn't have to be music to unlock it. Anything could unlock it.
Okay, let's say. So did
it could be a nasty breakup that unlocks
Ted
it.
Bundy's was porn, right? It was violent porn, right?
Yes.
Which is considered art. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say he never watched violent porn, but he listened to violent records about doing those things, but not visually. He's hearing them audibly. You think it would still unlock it?
Yes, I do, because I think if you have it in there, something is going to unlock it in your lifetime.
That's crazy.
I mean, think about the Psycho Sam murder.
I don't know who that. Oh, I do, with the girl and he killed her parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he blamed
You
it on.
actually knew this guy, didn't you?
No, I didn't know him. I know people in horrorcore that knew of him. Yes.
Yeah.
But nah, he was not a very good rapper at all.
I mean,
but he did the music himself. But he was influenced by the music he was listening to, or as the story goes, allegedly. I gotta say allegedly for everything.
I got a question I'm gonna ask you that's gonna throw you off, but just let me know. No, go ahead.
No, but it can be music that does it. It doesn't have to be pornographic material. Which in a way, if you're so inclined to do heinous acts, then that is your pornography, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. I think, but pornography is more visual. It's not all. I mean, I don't know. Hell, I guess
there's music porn. I guess. Yeah.
But anyway, okay. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's in you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember we've seen a clip of at a gathering. I think didn't you perform at this gathering where there were two girls that were there?
Jelly Roll video?
No. But the two at the Juggalo were, hey, come with your BBC.
That was the Jelly Roll video.
Oh, was that Jelly Roll video?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I don't know. That might have been after us. It was around that time. Yeah.
Look, we're gonna do a podcast as to how many gathering Smokey's done, because he displays it.
That might have been the last one I went to.
Okay, but listen. So the Juggalo genre, right? Now this girl's getting banged by like 50 dudes, right?
Yeah.
And
we are on YouTube, so careful.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I said a bad word.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, but then she's got a friend over there, topless, and cheering her on, and people are cheering her on, and she's okay with it being called every single word, but there's one word you can't call her.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everyone's just getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in her from Juggalo music? If she was not a Juggalo, would she be there?
Like the music might have influenced her to do that act?
I mean, bro, listen. Everyone can get a chance. Everyone. You can call me this, you can call me this, but you cannot call me the B word. Or I think it was the S word.
Whatever it was, yeah, something.
But you're okay with these. You're okay with doing that. And if you want to, that's fine. But do you think the Juggalo music caused that? Was it just in her to do that?
I think it was in her, yeah. Yeah, I think with any of those people that, commit a taboo act. I mean, I don't even want to say commit, because it's not like it was illegal or whatever.
No, I mean, they were willing. She was willing participants, but you could not call her the S word.
Yeah.
You could get it, but you could not.
That was her limitations. I don't know.
But this is it? 37,000 people watching you?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. She had it in her, obviously.
Obvious. And her friend was
there. Did the music
encouraging.
Unlock it, though?
That's the question.
That's
the question.
Yeah. I don't know. It may the environment probably played a lot into that too. But who knows? She may be, making her own content online also. She may have been doing that before she ever visited the show.
You a savage if you'd letting. How many people were at a normal gathering?
About 10,000.
If you're letting even a quarter, an eighth of those people.
I think most of them were just voyeurs and spectators, yes.
Anyway, I don't know, man. I will say, music has made such a change in our lives and has impacted our lives, not only in our personal lives, but with you guys. Like, you guys have sent things to us that have made us cry, that has made us laugh, that has made us be like, what the hell are y'all thinking about?
Yeah.
Like, y'all really, we really want to get the point across that what y'all send us, we really appreciate it, man, because y'all are introducing us to something we had no idea. So the more we get into it, it's like like Smokey had no idea he would enjoy the Who.
Yeah.
Hylam had no idea.
Yeah.
Now he's a freaking fan,
You know
dude.
what it was.
Yeah, but you didn't know it. It was in you, but you didn't know it until it was presented to you.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't know I would enjoy metal.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't know I would enjoy K-pop.
Yeah.
Hell, I love tribal.
Yeah. We talked about that before. When we're kids, growing up in the 90s, you look back at 80s music and you go, oh, that stuff is cringy.
But when you get older,
yeah, then
it's
you're
like
this opens it up and you're like, well, this stuff is great.
Fire, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, any synth wave, synth pop from like
Yes.
early, even if, I don't
Yeah.
care if it was made yesterday, if it's got that, like Ghost, I appreciate Ghost. You played Ghost for Hollywood at 19, I'm probably going Get that out of my face, man. Like, that's Corn is the prime example. I will never forget being in, I want to say it was science or geography or something, but walking out, and I remember my homegirl, her name was Tiffany, and she had these big Jinko jeans on. You gotta hear this new album. It's wasn't the album Freak on a Leash, where the little girl's playing hopscotch up to the
Follow the Leader?
I think it was Follow the Leader, and the single was Follow. But she's like, and I'm like, who's the band name? Oh, it's Korn. I'm like, I'm over here. I just made an album called Eternal Element that I'm passing around middle school, and you want me to listen to a band called Korn? Now we got new
That's
metal
your genre
Monday.
bias, and a lot of people still have that, even in their adulthood.
What do you mean?
The genre bias.
Like this is what I like.
Yeah,
and
it's like a too cool for school thing. Like, this is my genre, and I like it, so all that other stuff is trash. Like, you're not even open to it. You're like, no, I'm cool because I listen to this music, and that is lame. You know?
But see, I'm not going. I can't rock with that if you don't at least give it a chance.
Yeah,
at least give it a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
but that's the thing. When you're young and you're so stuck into your social class, you don't want to give it a chance.
But so then,
and you'll even if you kind of listen to it and go, man, that's not bad. But in front of your friends, you're gonna be like, oh, that's garbage.
Oh, dude, 100. Because bro, I was really big into, like, they called it dream trance. You ever heard of dream trance, like, or dream techno? Like,
I know, like trip hop and things like
no,
that.
it's called dream trance, where it's like got these beautiful pianos, and it's got the but you got the dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
it sounds like you're in heaven.
Yeah,
but I would be
like
walking
Enya or something.
Yes,
yeah.
But I'd be walking through, like, school, like, people think, oh, he's probably listening to Pastor Troy. Meanwhile, man, I'm over here jamming some dream trance mix 37. Don't want to tell him, but I'm jamming it, dude.
Oh yeah.
And it's
like you leave school and everybody's in your car and y'all rocking out to Master P.
I know.
Say, and then when they all get out, you drop them off at their house.
Making my way down.
Exactly.
That's
you
great.
just flip it over.
Nah, what would be crazy? Be like, bro, you hang like, see me. You said it's about, you know, the people who you hang around. Oh, I'm too cool for school. I don't want to play this around them. Yeah. See, I can't relate to that because, you know, I hung out with everyone. I hung out with the jocks. I hung out with the rednecks. I hung out with the cheerleaders.
That's one thing I've noticed. Everybody says that.
What you talking about?
I've noticed that in adulthood. Everybody says that. Everybody says, I got along with everybody. I hung out with every social class. We know that's not true.
You know that's true for me, bro.
Maybe it was. I'm just saying everybody's going to say that. Because you're in high school, right? You're stuck in classes. No. Listen. When you're in high school, you're stuck in classes with people of all different social genres, right? You got to sit beside the redneck over here, the gangster over here, the cholo over here. You know, so you're
you gotta bring up all gangsters, but go ahead.
Name a class, the science nerds, you know,
the dorks, the jock, kids. The cheerleader. Yeah. Go ahead.
So you're in there, you're talking to them because you're sitting there and you're like, hey, I got along with so and so. So later on in life, you're like, I hung out with every social class. It's kind of a cliche that everybody says that now.
Okay, here's where I'm gonna call cap on that.
Hey, ask people in your day-to-day life.
I would agree. I would say probably 80-90% of people would say that.
Yeah.
But there are we from the South, Smokey. Mm-hmm. There are some. What's the dude from the Howard Stern show? The Klan member that you know what I'm talking about? Howard Stern would always interview him.
Was it like a call-in or something?
No, he was there. He wore the Klan thing and everything. And he's like, I don't know
if I saw this.
But what I'm saying is there's a... Dude, come on. Hold on. I got to say this dude's name because Trash Talkers, I'm sure y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. It's like Gary...
A lot of the Trash Talkers love Howard Stern, so...
Hold on. Let's see. So Howard Stern, KKK member. It's...
Is Gary something?
I want to say Gary...
Is it Gary the racist?
His name is... Daniel Carver.
Oh.
Daniel Carver. And he is a full-fledged, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. The only people I've gotten with through in my entire life is with my white brother here. My white brother. Again, he's blacker than me. But that's a 10% of a person that, and of course he's probably got people that, I go to work and I gotta be around someone who's not my color, who doesn't look like me, but when I go home I'm like, man, F them, we got the local clan meeting at 7:00. Like, there are people out there that just generally do not F with other people.
Yeah, true.
Which,
yeah, I mean, there's a small amount, yeah.
Right, but you said everybody, and you...
Well, I'm saying, I mean, I know.
See?
Like I say, every generalization...
I gotcha!
No, I say this all the time. Every generalization, when you make a stereotype or a generalization, there's always somebody who's going to take issue with that and say, not me, though. Yeah. Yes, I know it's not everybody. But when I say everybody, it means... a good majority.
Okay, that's where I wanted it, because I know you so well that you are not confident in anything. You are not. You are not 100% in anything.
You can't be, because none of us have life figured out. Yeah.
There's not one thing that you're just confident in. I mean, it could be that, like, your favorite razor or your favorite Coke. Is there not something that this is the best?
I'm talking about, like, theoretical things, you know.
Okay.
Things that you can't justify, or
like religion.
You can't do the experiments on yourself. Right. Yeah.
Religion, race, creed,
anything
sex,
like
gender.
that. If you don't know firsthand knowledge, then I'm agnostic about it all.
I am right there with you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, God dang it, ain't nothing better in the morning when you wake up and you get a nice ice cold glass of water. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
See, I'm confident enough to say that. Is there anything? What's?
I don't know. There might be some things that are better.
I'm sure there is, but as of right now, a nice shower. There ain't nothing better than that, dude. A nice warm shower and an ice cold.
See, I like cold showers.
You do not wake up and take cold showers.
I shower before bed anyway. In the evenings, most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do if I got something to do. Like, I'm not gonna shower just to go to work and get dirty again.
Oh man,
I'll shower at night when I go home.
I'm not awake until I shower. I gotta shower in the morning.
See, I do the opposite.
Yeah, which that's fine. That's what you like. That's what you like. Smoke Dog, you want to do some WTF here?
Yeah, definitely. Hold on, before, just close it out one time. Just give one guess what you would be doing if you never made music. What would your job be?
What would I be doing? I'd probably be like, dude, it's so hard to imagine because I've been doing music my whole life.
Or don't even give like a normal mundane,
just a
manual
hobby,
labor job. Like, what would your dream job be if you weren't doing music?
It'd be something entertainment.
Yeah.
But then that goes kind of with music, right? Like like whether it be on TV
anything
or writing scripts or stuff. I love to write. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to write. I love to screenplay or write poems or write things like that. I like to write. So
that might be me too. First thing that popped in my head, I'd be like race car driver. You know.
Oh, now if we're going extreme like that now, of course I'd love to be.
Well, I mean, if you think like I'm gonna be writing for movies, that's extreme too.
I mean, a gigolo doesn't sound like a bad movie.
Of course you're going to say that.
I'm joking. No, but if we're going to say something like that, I'd probably be... I mean, have you ever been skydiving?
No.
Being a skydiver instructor would be cool.
Okay, instructor. I was like, how do you make money doing that?
Well, instructor, like, tandem. You got to... Your first 3, you have to do it
That'd
with someone.
That'd be a pretty fun job, I imagine.
You get paid to just... Oh, that feeling is like flying, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What would yours be?
Well, like race car driver? Yeah, I'd like to be a race car driver. I used to be big into cars in my younger days. Nowadays, I mean, I was even a mechanic at one point in time. I've had a million different lives, but
didn't you change like my alternator or something on my old Ford truck?
I probably have.
I feel like you changed something on my old truck.
I don't know. Maybe I'd be a wrestler because I did that.
Oh, that's you. That's it. You'd be a wrestler, 100%. But then
if I would have spent all that time I spent working on music into
taking
being
bumps
a wrestler,
and dives and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? It's still gonna incorporate music because what's your walkout song gonna be?
Exactly.
What's your walkout song gonna be? Exactly, dude.
There you go.
Man, that's awesome, dude. Good topic here, man. Mm-hmm. And this is just us just chit chatting around. But let's read. Let's find 3 birthdays from our last podcast and see what the Florida happened on your birthday. So let's see here. Let's go to the podcast here. Let's see here. Give me a second. For some reason, YouTube always takes it away whenever I have it right here in my face. Let's see. Talk to him for a minute, Smoke.
Yeah, definitely. I would have been a race car driver, I think, not a wrestler. That would have been awesome, man.
I could definitely see you being a wrestler.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you kind of were a wrestler.
I definitely trained to be a wrestler for sure.
What was your finisher?
Samoan drop.
The hell is that? Why's it got to be Samoan? You love the Samoan culture.
I do.
You love the Samoan culture, dude.
I do. I mean, it's probably ties back to wrestling, because there's so many Samoans got into wrestling.
Yeah. God dang, there's so many here.
They were always held in high regard, that the Samoans were the toughest people on earth,
Yeah.
And then every now and then there's a
Viking
really
like
tough,
Brock Lesnar that
a
comes
really
along.
tough Nordic guy that comes along.
Crap.
You think of King Kong Brody.
Where was King Kong Bundy from?
I want to say New Jersey was his gimmick town. I don't know if he really lived there or not.
Dude, why is YouTube like taking out dates? I just had it. Okay, hold on, I got one. All right, what the hell, dude? This is weird.
Did you lose them all?
No. Okay, so all right, that's so weird. It's almost like YouTube's like, you know what, YouTube? I'm sorry,
It's
I'm not
pushing
hating.
the dates down to the bottom.
I'm not hating at all.
Sometimes.
And when you put it certain ways, YouTube will take
it'll hold it because it's maybe a link or something.
Shout out Ghostkeeper that says Prince is 5'2", and of course he's sensitive. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So shout out Honey Luke 229. Honey Luke 229's birthday is June 3rd. Let's see what happened on your birthday on June 3rd. Luke.
All right.
Honey Luke 229.
All right. Let me see if I can pull up this story.
It's so crazy to put any birthday in.
Oh yeah. Right here.
What you got?
June 3rd of 2014. Man arrested for throwing cheeseburger at a pregnant woman. A Florida man turned himself into the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, announcing, "I have problems." The man has problems, and no cheeseburger is one of them. And no cheeseburger is one of them.
And no cheeseburger isn't one.
It says the man has a problem, and no cheeseburger is one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. But
anger management is another.
Let me tell you something. If you see a pregnant woman, you want to do everything you can to help her. You want to open the door for her. If you need to carry something for her. Why you gotta throw a damn cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger will be way down on the list. Throwing a cheeseburger would be down at the
bottom.
What
if he was just like mad that I wanted medium rare and this is freaking well, just randomly threw it at somebody and it hit that.
And he turned himself in. He walked in and said, "I have a problem. I can't stop throwing cheeseburgers at pregnant ladies."
See, I mean, well, you kind of gotta salute him a little bit for going out there and getting some help.
Yeah, he's trying to get help.
Shout out Honey Luke. Thank you so much for sending your birthday in. Again, guys, send your birthday in so we can read these in.
Yeah, right. Definitely. Drop them down in the comments below.
Yes, 100%. The next one here is I just had it here, and of course I lost it again. Where is it? God dang it, dude! This is crazy.
What's a significant? Oh, let's do a significant date while you're looking for that.
No, we already did 420. Hold on, bro.
We haven't done September 11th.
Oh, do not. But do you put or what year you going with?
Oh, whatever comes up.
God, what the hell?
All right, I got one for September 11th.
All right, what you
got? This was from September 11th of 2020. Florida man accused of spitting on an elderly victim who asked him to social distance.
Oh, no.
It happened in Winter Park, Florida. An elderly man who asked another patron to back away from him because he wasn't wearing a mask at a gas station was beaten, kicked in the head, and spit on.
Nah, bruh. Listen to me.
By the guy who wasn't wearing the mask.
The lowest form of disrespect is spitting on somebody.
Absolutely.
I'm going to jail. I'm Smokey. Look, bruh. Here's my phone. Here's my bond money. This person just spit on me. I am about to go to jail, okay?
Yeah.
Will you get me out?
Yeah.
Fuck God! All right, I got one for you. Shout out Ghostkeeper. Ghostkeeper, his is 10 days before Halloween, October 21st, and he's actually 53 years old. Shout out to you, Ghostkeeper.
Yeah, let's see what happened.
What happened on Ghostkeeper's birthday?
All right. Bring this one up here. Hopefully I can get the whole story. Florida man tries to rob Waffle House with a unique weapon.
What kind? Wait, let me guess. A lighter.
Let's see. Okay.
Hanger. Hold
on, let me read. No, let me read this. I'm going to leave his name out. Walked into a Madison Waffle House with a small dog. The patrons had no idea what would transpire next. This Florida man turned his hands into finger guns and yelled, "Get on the ground, y'all are being robbed."
Get on the ground, this is a stick up. This is a stick up. Get on the ground. Hey, there is a video where this dude walks in with like his hand like this, like get on the ground, and there's like a bunch of it's like in a Korean or Asian spot, and they're just looking at him like, give me your money, and they're like,
bro, that only works in cartoons.
Yeah, and he was like, and he looked around, he's like, God damn, I guess just walk.
It's ain't gonna work out.
Look, I got one more here, man. Shout out Craig Parker 9744. October 1st. There's a lot of Octobers going around.
Yeah.
October's coming up soon. Actually, shout out to all the Libras coming up. My mom's a Libra. 10/6/67. Leave your birthdays in the comments so we can read your Florida man. What we got?
All right, I'm gonna bring this one up. Oh, that actually comes from Odyssey. Wow. On October 1st of 2011, a Florida man passed out drunk in the drive-thru of a Jensen Beach Taco Bell with his foot on the accelerator and his car in park, luckily. Which caused it to catch on fire. But that did not wake him up.
No.
Cops were called to the scene and woke up the man. He was still in the drive-thru. When officers asked for his ID, he proceeded to hand them a taco.
No! Sir, can we have your license and registration, please, sir?
Yeah.
If I'm the cop, I'm like, appreciate it. Bro.
Thank you. I'm still going to need you.
I'm still need it, though, but I'm going to eat this taco real quick, though. That's me, man. Heck yeah. Shout out Craig Parker, 9744.
Ruined his car, though.
Yeah, he did, man. Listen, we love doing this. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, spending some time with us today on the Trash Talkers podcast. Again, leave your birthday down in the comment section, just the day and the month. We'll read it out and see what happened on What the Florida.
Absolutely.
Good conversation today, here, Smokey.
Yeah, definitely.
Just don't go throw cheeseburgers at any pregnant ladies.
No, I try not to.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's one of those things I try to avoid at all costs.
100%. You got anything else, Smoke Dog?
I think that's it for this week.
That's it for this week. Again, guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. And with that being said, my name's Smokey Hollywood 6. Bye.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez Coward.
And we are
over
and
out. Deuces.